All right, let me highlight an article that just came out from Ballard Spahr. Great source, lawyers, a great source of examination of money laundering issues as they range around the world. What I want to illustrate is this matter that happened for the Nevada Gaming Commission. Big penalties levied against three casinos: Caesars, plus MGM, and Resorts World. They were doing business with a guy who was gambling a lot of money, and they weren't paying attention. He was a pretty bad guy. They had noticed that he was a bad guy back years, 6 years anyway. And so you say, well, what relevance does this have to my world? I don't operate a casino. Yeah, but if you're in the mortgage business or if you're a lender, you deal with a lot of cash, and you got to be aware of who your players are. You got to check to see if you have bad actors. I noticed this. Notice here they allowed this bookmaker to pay debts in cash. Notice what a great way that is to launder money. Let's just say that you owe $1 million in markers to your casino. And if the casino is going to let you pay that in 20s without checking the source of those funds, that's a big problem. And that's a big money laundering issue, paying for your debts with cash. So they got these casinos for verifying source of funds. That's a big issue in the mortgage industry. Are we verifying the source of funds? Are we verifying when we provide cash out? Are you verifying that what you give in cash out is actually going to a legitimate entity? What kind of checks are you doing on who you send money to? They got in trouble for failing to act on red flags, allowing this guy Boyer to gamble millions. Opined that if these entities had been doing their independent audits, that they could have caught this kind of stuff. So lessons here: know your customers, ID your high risk people, check for source of funds in and out. In the mortgage industry, where are your funds going when you give cash out on a property? Are you checking servicing records to see if somebody's paying off their loan well ahead of time and doing it, with unsourced money? Another great way to launder money with mortgages and real estate. And it highlights the importance of doing your AML audits. So thank you, Ballard Spahr, for good analysis of these three Vegas casinos. They always do good work. All right, that's the latest.